Here now to tell us how the House weathers the storm and what they should do now is Dick Armey, former House Majority Leader, former Texas Republican Congressman Tom DeLay. Thank you so much, Tom, for being here. And I need to ask right off the bat, because your value, aside from the fact that you are who you are, is that you have your ear to the ground. What are you hearing right now about who gets this position?
Well, I think it seems that the conference is trying to rally around Paul Ryan. They're also considering Jeb Hensarling from Texas. And the last I heard is Paul Ryan's going to take the weekend to consider it. You know, he's got the best job in the House, the chairman of the Ways and Means Committee, and they're asking him to take the worst job in the House, the Speaker. So, and it's a sacrifice for his family. He's got young children. So it's a major decision for him to make.
Okay, it's a major decision, and it seems almost ridiculous for anybody to be asking this question, but that Freedom Caucus, the very far-right caucus that pushed out John Boehner, arguably pushed out John Boehner, says Paul Ryan isn't conservative enough. Is he conservative enough?
Well, every member of the Republican caucus is conservative. It's all by degrees. So the Freedom Caucus, the last I heard, is they're considering Paul Ryan. They're under a tremendous pressure right now because somebody's got to emerge and be able to get 218 votes. So I'm glad that they're taking another week or two to make this decision. You know, Boehner tried to put this to McCarthy's advantage by having a quick vote yesterday. But it all fell apart because it was the wrong thing to do. They should have taken time and decide who's the best person for the job.
I have to ask, because you've been in the middle of a very similar situation where if I hear one more person say, and Tom DeLay got to be Speaker, and nobody knew who he was. Of course, people knew who you were, but you were a come-from-behind name there. What's that
well,
like?
I never became Speaker. I never was
yes.
Speaker. I was Majority Leader. Dennis Hastert became Speaker after Bob Livingston. But it's very interesting. This very same scenario happened in 1998 with Newt Gingrich. Newt Gingrich had a group of members that did not want him to be Speaker anymore. They signed a letter, said they won't vote for him on the floor, and he had to resign his speakership, and he resigned Congress.
We had Daniel Webster of Florida exclusively on Fox Business just an hour or two ago. I want you to listen to what he said to Neil Cavuto, and then we can comment about it. Here's Daniel Webster.
Okay.
What about this notion that, you know, you're a good man, Congressman, they feel that you would be almost too much of a deal maker, that you would be like a John Boehner light?
I think the power of the institution is the body working together. I mean, everybody's talked about that, and that's the way to do it. And the body working together doesn't necessarily mean that the final deals are cut by the Speaker or any other leader. They're cut by the policy that's put forth by the House.
The Freedom Caucus has endorsed Daniel Webster, have they not?
Before McCarthy dropped out, now it's all up for grabs. I'm sure they're all talking and deciding who they might go to because new names are going to come forward and people are going to give consideration to all kinds of people. It'll come back together in a couple of weeks. The country is safe, believe me.
Are you backing a horse?
No, that's an internal family affair. People that get involved in it are not doing anyone a service.
Because one could argue you're still in some of the smoke-filled rooms, sir.
Do what now?
Some would argue that you're still in some of the smoke-filled back rooms where some decisions are made, or at least prompted.
Well, I've never stepped down from politics. I've been involved in a lot of things. I don't know about back smoke room filled rooms, though.
Well, nobody smokes anymore, so I guess.
That's true.
Good to see you, Tom DeLay. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. And this is developing minute by minute. So what better person to talk to than somebody who's right there watching from D.C.? As we said, the search is on for a new Speaker.